俺の財宝か？欲しけりゃくれてやる。探せ！この世の全てをそこに置いてきた。
Yo guys, and welcome to this new video. This early chapter continues to develop the League of Villains side of this arc, introducing new hints and confirmations in some case about the Nomu, the man that created them, the Doctor, and the events which will probably unfold. But before seeing all of that in detail, let me say I'm trying to publish a new video every day, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to always know when I upload something new. Alright, with that said, let's jump straight into it. So the first very interesting aspect is the fact that Gigantomachia possesses multiple quirks. So he is in fact kind of a Nomu, with the difference that he didn't need to be modified physically and thus mentally in order to sustain multiple abilities, but he has a natural gift, you could say, for that, and it looks like all of his quirks are oriented towards increase of physical strength. Indeed, apart from the enormous stamina the Doctor mentions, All for One's bodyguard up to this point showed also an incredible resistance because he was capable to withstand Dabi's blue fire directly, the possibility to enlarge his own body, and an enhanced power. So overall, Gigantomachia both continues to support Horikoshi's trend of associating incredibly strong characters with overwhelming pure power, and kinda confirms how this theme of multiple quirks will be much more relevant from this point on in the plot, creating a context where this aspect, and thus also Deku's recent power-up, will be able to acquire much more sense and solidity by the confrontation with other characters with this same feature. Moreover, all of this will be made even more interesting by the interaction between this theme of acquiring numerous abilities with the possibility of completely erasing them associated to Eri, who will most likely be a central character in this arc. And if that's the case, her involvement will be strictly connected to All for One's Doctor, a character this chapter gave finally the possibility to know better, and the first important thing about him that this occasion allows us to deduce is that the mouth teleportation quirk is actually his own. So what this means is that if he will eventually acknowledge Shigaraki, the League of Villains will in practice have a replacement for Kurogiri, so they will acquire back their great mobility, while at the same time they will also acquire the possibility to use the Nomu and the Doctor's brain, which will be very helpful in, for example, producing the Eri-based erasing quirk drug. And talking about Nomu, we see how the Doctor already produced at least 12 high-end, so 12 beings at the same level of that single one which overwhelmed Endeavor. And a thing we can already be confident to say about them is that they will probably have a different set of quirks while maintaining a core of common ones, most likely including the hyperspeed regeneration and the ability to contain many low-class Nomu inside their body. But the Nomu Scenes contains two more incredibly relevant information. The first is that the Doctor only says they are one step closer to the masterpiece, which in practice means that we will see in the future something surpassing even this level, and then we could see something going even farther beyond, and so on until the Doctor finally reaches that creation that he can consider his true masterpiece. The second relevant information is that Dabi is hiding something, and this is because even if he is the one who allowed us to see the first eye hand to discover they existed, because he is the one who used it against Hawks and Endeavor in that deal with the number 2 hero, in the lab he acted like he had never seen any of that before, which suggests that he did that deal with Hawks without the League of Villains knowing anything about it, and this opens the possibility he made that deal only for personal reasons, which could be associated with some sort of grudge he has with the current number 1 hero, possibly becoming the upthined hint of a blood connection between him and Endeavor. But apart from introducing these many perspectives through which the plot could develop from this point on, the introduction of the Doctor also showed us again how Shigaraki, despite being considered by All For One himself his true successor, didn't automatically acquire his master's influence, his master's capability of making the others respect himself. Indeed, on the opposite, he is very weak on that front, because none of his master's most important subordinates are acknowledging him, and all of this will force him to start a path that perfectly suits with what this character is from the very beginning, a character without a defined identity as both a person and a villain, without a true belief into ideals to dedicate his life to, so a person that needed to develop himself, trying to find what he strives for, just like the protagonists of the story, just like the students of Class 1A and Class 1B, which is what makes him a perfect opponent in this context of a manga where the entire society grows, the entire atmosphere moves towards its own answer to the question what a hero is, including students, teachers, pro-heroes and even villains. And for what concerns the current moment of the plot, the end of the chapter makes kinda clear which is the direction the growth of the villains will move towards. Indeed, Shigaraki's goal, which will probably also allow him to acquire some trust from both Gigantomachia and the Doctor, is to produce more of the erasing quirk drug. This will of course lead to Eri, implying the little girl will be again at the center of events really soon. As I said in my previous My Hero Academia video, this will give Deku's group the opportunity to get involved in this arc, adding this new development to the many new interesting possibilities we saw this chapter gives. And until we wait the next chapter to see where the plot will go, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, don't forget to leave a like and make sure to subscribe. See you next time, Jane!